Welcome to the first round of the series. So we're here at Milland. I'm going to do the trail preview video. Bit of a last minute one this one, but I've been telling everyone I'm going to do it, so I've managed to squeeze it in. We've only really just finished getting all the trails together. There's been a lot of forestry work which I'll try and show you up at Milland, so I've been doing a lot of work up here trying to get them ready. Just behind the camping field, there's a camping field here. Camping's down the bottom, parking all the way up, and then race village at the top. A little one-way system, so you'll drive up the track, in the gate, and then park down the field. Okay, anyway, so I'll get to the first stage and show you what's what. Stage one, number one, and straight away you'll notice there used to be a load of trees there. Those trees are now gone. There's a little swath down there gone, small swath. But this is the start of stage one of my favourite trails on the hill. I'll take you down, try and shout you some stuff, and maybe pop back up and show you some stuff again. Okay, stage one, here we go. So, starts off with a little pedal into this nice corner, couple little S corners, pick up the speed through here, rough and ready, then some pumps, pump, 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 around this corner, small double, pump that. Nice big wide open corner, and you've got a bit of pop that, another little double, another little double, into a technical section, a bit loose there now, and warp speed down here, as fast as you want, a bit loose through there. And then on the gas, last bit, and finish about there. That's stage one. So I've come back up stage one a bit. I mentioned the word double a couple of times down there, but I don't want to put people off. So I'm going to show you what I was saying when I was doubling stuff. So this is jump here, bike's laying in the double. It's very rollable. It's only a bike length, and you sort of pop there. You get a nice swoosh down there, and it just gives you a little bit of speed around the corner. So you can roll it, double it, not a problem. So I'll just do a little video of me doing that, try not to make it too awkward, and then go from there. Around the big berm from where I just did that jump was the next double. So here, this one's a bit bigger, much harder to do. So come around the corner, you get good speed from the corner, and you've got to give this one a little pop, and then just slight hip around the corner for this one. It's a much further apart, this one, so it's actually quite easy to pump through this one. So if you don't want to double it up, you can pump through it. I'm not sure if this one's much quicker to jump or pump, probably similar. But then we go through to our row of two, which is definitely easier to jump than it is to pump. So just from that one, just here, we've got 1, 2, and they're relatively large, but you've got a good speed. And again, if you're going a bit slower, no problem pumping them. They're sort of shaped so you can pump through them, or you can double them up. So I'll just see if I can find a good spot for the GoPro to hang on, and then I'll see if I can do a little video of me doubling these up. You saw from that, I'm not sure you got the angle or not, but they're quite chilled. You don't need to pop or something, just regular race speed. I think if you're going really fast, you might even squash them a bit, but just regular speed, you can double them up. Like I said, a bit slow, you can pump through them. This one's just over a bike length, stood in the middle of it. The next one here, it's probably a little bit bigger. Maybe getting on for 2 bike lengths-ish, not quite. But then this one, you don't want to over jump it too far, because you've got this into this technical section here where the bike is. Come around here, you've got a couple options. You go on the inside line, which straightens up that one. You've got through here, it's got a couple of big worn out bits, but it's pretty loose and sandy down the bottom there. So loads of line choice. On to stage two. Stage two. Stage two starts right next to stage one, and it's a bit of a different flavour to that one. It's a little more pedally at the top, a bit of a pedal in the middle, but then it's got some techie features and berms and stuff in the middle, and it gets nadgery and tight and featurey at the bottom. So good fun trail, a bit more endurance to this one, but still drops a similar elevation to the first one because it ends pretty much next door to it. Starts next door to it, ends next door to it. So let's give stage 2 a go. Stage 2, let's go. So down a tiny bit, then you turn around this berm, pump through it, and it goes uphill slightly, back downhill, and then a bit flat, but you can sort of pump through it, and back downhill again. So we've got a big berm to drop into a big berm. You can rail around that on the pedals a bit through here, berm, and then a tiny bit of uphill, a few pedals, you're at the top of it though, and then gets techie line choice. I'll come back and show you this in a minute. So I'm going to take the straight line through these tight trees, and then here, techie and Adri down here, tight features, bit of a drop, berm, small drop into a berm, around the corner, drop into a berm, then left, right, berm to finish, and finish mat will be about there. Woo. Okay, we're at the multiple line choice bit, I said, halfway down. So there's a couple of lines down here, I'll point them out to you. I probably went the fastest line down there, but it is slightly more technical than other lines. So I'll show you from the bottom. So it's relatively steep too. So I came round the corner, I dropped off the little drop, so I went over the top of this berm, straight line through the trees. So that's probably the most technical line and the quickest. We used to go that way, and so a popular line was around this berm that way, but now definitely the quickest way is to drop off as soon as possible. The easier way around is to go along the bench cut along the top, round the berm, and then this will be taped so you can't go straight through there, round the berm, and then you can go around this tight tree to the right hand side. We'll tape it all out so it's nice and obvious, rather than having to go through the tight trees. But the tight trees are tight, but it's rollable, so it's just a rollable drop down. There's no drop at all, it's rollable, so I rode through there no problem. So that's definitely rideable, but there is a way around to the left, which is obviously not tight at all. It takes you into the lower trail. Bit of an interlude now. We're here at stage 3, and also, don't know if anyone remembers Francie Arthur. I'm sure a lot of people know her. She used to coach here at Milland for a coaching company. She's taking some time away from coaching. Luckily for us, for you guys, Luke is going to take over. So I'll put a little tag in the description for his Instagram, so you can hit him up. So if you want to do some coaching for the race at the end of the year, you can come to Milland and coach. He'll probably be on this trail coaching now, so we'll give him a little wave on the way past. So this is stage 3. I'm in the wrong gear, so I've got to quickly get in the gear on this one. This is a good trail. It's mainly downhill focused. It takes you past the bit the woodlet's been chopped a lot, so I'll might have a quick stop there and a chat, but we'll see how passable that is. I know I've got to do a tiny bit more work when I'm taping it. Okay, ready to go. Stage 3. Nice inside line here. You can get on it, and it's quite tight through here and fast, but nice little rut you can get into. It opens up a bit. A few nice berms here. High line over these roots, and we get into the section that's been chopped. Let's see if we can get past. We can't. Got to move. So this is one part I've got to move when we. But now we've stopped here. Anyone remembers there used to be a forest there? Forest is now gone. It's now fence posts. So there's the forest. Now fence posts. But don't worry, it's regenerative farming. This is, so these trees will regrow themselves and become more fence posts. So it's roughly about a 15-year cycle. So you'll see them all in posts here. You'll see it in other bits of woodland that's been cut. They're growing back, and they grow back pretty quite fast. But now this has been cut, we probably won't come back here to cut it for another sort of 15 years. It's affected these 3 trails. So I'll move that pile when I'm taping, as they're still here collecting some of the logs at the moment. Anyway, here's the rest of stage 3. Let's go. So a bit more open through here now. You can really see where you're going, whereas before it was tight. So we're going straight over this lump through here. And I've got something secret for you. We're going to jump across tracks from one track to another. Never done that before. So that'll be an interesting line forming through the day, and then a few pedals at the end takes us to the final corners, and then the finish line will be somewhere there. Very nice. Okay, yeah, you really see. I'll restart the video when we get back up there to show you how the extent of the cutting. So here you can see where the forest was. So the trail I came out with is that one that comes down there. The other two are there. You can kind of see them going up through still. You catch a glimpse of them, but if I sort of pedal along this bottle fire ride, and then you can sort of see the trail just there going through. The trail's all still there. They've been very good about keeping them free. Obviously we're not using any of these trails for the race because they're still working this area, so we'll plan to use these probably towards the latter part of the year. They'll be open for the open day as well. They'll be done by then. But you can sort of see how many trees there were, and now they're all gone. As I said, they've been very good, the forestry guys. They've left the trails pretty free. There might be a little bit of tidy up to do, but yes, looking good. Anyway, that's the extent of the cutting. And if you look right to the top there, I don't know if you can see it on the GoPro, but that's where that swath has been cut at the top. So I think it's to let the air through. Now the trees are gone, let the air through so they can, so the big trees don't come down. So it's a bit of an air gap when they've all got leaves on them. Actually, I mean, I'm just going through this lower bit here on the transition, and this is a good example of these trees were cut a couple of years ago. They're now twice my height. Let's call them 10 foot, 11 foot tall. So it just shows in a couple of years they get pretty tall. So it won't stay bare like that side for long. It'll start looking thicker like that side. Just gets thicker and thicker over the years. Good view from up here, so hopefully we get good views of the weekend. This is probably my, if I said the first one's my favourite stage, it's probably my second favourite stage. This is the first trail we ever built here, but it's had equally probably the most work we've ever done. So every year we've added a feature to it or rebuilt a bit. So it's got loads of little bits. If you came to last year's open day, there was and maybe in the last round of the series last year, there was a wooden kicker. It was nowhere near long enough, so I've extended the length of the landing, but also put a bit of a case pad on it. I'll probably come back and show you that bit and show you it's still very easy to clear. If it's not, you can just pop on top or easy line around it. So I'll again try and shout out as much as I can down here what's going on, and let's go. Stage 4. Okay, drop straight away, but it's rollable. A few pedals and then you're into the downhill. You can pump through here, a couple more pedals. Around the corner here there's a little bit you can double up like that, and drop into this gully. Steep gullies, getting deeper every year, great fun. There's a gully through here, hold tight around the berms, drop into fire, rollable around the S-berms, stay high, get up high on this one, make the most of the corner, then onto the pedals. Okay, a bit of a double here, you can double up, and then this is the wooden feature I was telling you about. Very easy to do. Okay, I'll come back and show that later. Straight across the fire road. Kindly the forestry guys have levelled that off for me. Nice wide line through this route. Steep rocks. Around the berm, I go for the wide line there. I go for the drop straight off there. There's an optional double here, which is non-rollable. Then down to the finish. Okay, so we've got, again, drop, which is not really doubleable. You can go around it, cross the bridge, bit of a sprint, and then finish will be about there. Okay, I'll take you back up to those features. Stood in that feature I said I'd come back to. So the wooden kicker, I jumped it, and that's my back wheel there. So I'm on the landing, not too far on the landing, but on the landing you've got these little S-berms on the way out. So jump into it, got a nice big berm to catch you on the way out. So it's quite a sizable gap now, 2 bike lengths probably, but very easy to do with the angle of the jump. Again, it ended about here before, so nearly a bike length shorter, and a lot of people are going way too long on it. But still, I think you'll probably need to squash it a little bit. Still, you'll be at trail speed. You don't want to jump too far into that berm. So I've taken the whole hill a long way back. But I'll take a little run to it. I'll just walk up here quick. And in fact, here's a good example. So these trays, these were cut in the winter. In fact, probably about October. So since October, this one here, that's taller than me. So in under a year, it's grown, in well under a year, 6 months, it's grown taller than me. So yeah, so that jump looks like this. So you can sort of see, jump that way and land where my bike is, or there's a way round on the left. I'll have another little run into it probably, and then take you up to stage 5. Surrounded by these trees that are cut within 6 months. Again, they've grown a lot actually. Surprising that they must get good sun here. But I'm just going to start from here. There's a little double, but I can just pop that. It's tiny. It's in the trail speed, so pop that, a couple of pedals, then we'll hit the wooden feature. Okay, just pop this double, then hit the feature. Woohoo! Stage 5, so last stage of the race, which I'll show you in a second, but a quick little chat about all the work's happened here, all the forestry work and Francie stop and coaching and stuff. The Francie stop and coaching, the trail build up of leaves has been a lot more, so I had to leaf blow them all, where she kind of kept them in order, so there's been a bit more work to do there, so it's just been a harder build up to this race. And then with the forestry work, I mean, a lot of negotiating what I can use with those guys, them helping me tidy bits up, also extra bits, me having to tidy up where they've driven across with the digger and stuff. All absolutely fine stuff and pre-arranged, pre-known, but it's just been a lot harder to get to this one. And there's a couple of jobs over the winter that I normally do here. I normally do a lot of digging here over the winter, but those jobs were taken up by other stuff. So what I can really do with you guys doing is supporting these races at Milland specifically. So the open day is in July, and definitely make sure you come to that. It's cost a similar amount of money to Roadgate, actually a bit cheaper for kids than Roadgate, a bit more expensive for adults than Roadgate, but similar price to Roadgate. So day out, local to Roadgate. Yeah, just come and enjoy the trails. We'll try and get everything open. We should get everything open. Maybe if you've got time, put some new bits in. There's some bits I've been building past winters that I haven't got to finish, so I might be able to incorporate them if you've got time. But yeah, please come and make the most of that open day. And then obviously after that, after you've done the open day, then think about the race in September. So it'd be good to have a good end to the season this year. Yeah, it's a solid end to the season at Milland. So yeah, support the races here at Milland, and obviously all our races. We need you guys, so we put these on for you guys. So do as much as I can. I'll do as many of these trail preview videos as I can. I'll do one for QE, but I won't release it till right before the event, and then I'll probably see if I can get one for Pippenford. Pippenford's quite far away from my house, and I've got a lot of work to do to get it ready, so it might be ready just for the event, that race, so I might not have time to film a preview. Minehead, always again tricky because we're building up to the last day there, so possibly not Minehead, but definitely QE and the race back here. We'll definitely do some more trail preview videos, and I'll see about the others, see what I can do. Maybe even if it's the odd stage or a bit of building work we're doing, I'll document it and put it in a video. So again, at least you get a bit of a heads up of what stuff's like. Wobbling on about stuff. Okay, so this is stage 5. Bit of a pedally one, this one. So I'll take it along the top, shout out what I see. A big trees falling down here, which we've had to do a reroute round. I'll shout when we're going past that. Probably won't come back and look at it because it's just a few turns now. Anyway, stage 5, let's go. Okay, so straight into the bluebells starting to come out through here. Nice. Few tight turns, bit of pedals, a little bit of a rollable drop down, another drop, bit of a flat turn around here, a bit loose. Nice. And pump through there. Pedals around there, and then flow up and around the corner. Tight turn. You've got to scrub up a bit of speed there. So this is one of the features I've worked on through here. This drop used to be a bit of a clunker, now it's rollable, very rollable, and into a new berm. A few pedals through here, slap this turn right up the hill, G out a bit on that, so a few rooty natural bit through here, then into a big berm, then is the inside drop which Josh built a few years ago. These are new corners, very loose, try not to mess them up. Okay, through here, so this is the jungle bit. Wow, I leaf blown this a few days ago, it's already leaves the back, so a few pedals through here, now out the jungle. Got a little rollable drop over a root stump thing there, some natural turns with roots, back into the jungle zone, and then pump to the finish, finishing this spot about there. And that is your round one trail preview. Thanks guys, see you at the weekend. Trail preview over, just back at the car now. I see the farm, you can see a working farm, got cows in the field next to our parking field. The sheep and the newborn lambs are still in the parking field, keeping all the grass nice and short. Yeah, and they're working the forest, so very much this is a working farm and we are part of that, sort of keeping it a sustainable farm that can host events. It can have all sorts of types of farming, arable and livestock, and especially the lambing is the main thing they do here, and obviously the sustainable trees. So it's good to be part of that, and see everyone at the weekend.